We all know what we should do, but only a few of us actually do it. We know that achievement requires discipline, that success requires facing challenges, and that progress never comes from comfort. Yet we postpone, avoid, and search for the easier path. Doing hard things does not scold you or offer empty slogans. Instead, it places its hand directly on the truth we try to ignore. The problem is not the difficulty of the tasks, but the way we deal with them. This book teaches you how to outsmart your mind intelligently, how to overcome internal resistance, how to start despite laziness, and how to accomplish difficult things without feeling like you are fighting a daily battle with yourself. Not because you are weak, not because you lack willpower, but because your brain is programmed to avoid pain. And this book shows you how to reprogram it. In this summary, we will dive into the book's core ideas. We will understand why we procrastinate, why we escape, and how to transform what feels heavy and impossible into small, actionable, cumulative steps. Underscore. Chapter 1. The hard thing isn't the problem. Your idea about it is. The first truth the book reveals is simple but shocking. Most tasks are not as hard as we think. We exaggerate them in our minds before even touching them. Before you start any difficult task, your brain tries to protect you, not harm you. It doesn't want you to struggle, fail, or feel discomfort. But this protection eventually turns into an obstacle. The brain overestimates effort and pain and convinces you that postponing is smarter than confronting. The real difficulty isn't in the action, it's in the anticipation. The longer you think before starting, the bigger the task becomes, until it feels like a mountain. But once you begin, most of that difficulty melts away after the first step. The brain hates uncertainty. When it doesn't know how a task will unfold, it resists. When the steps become clear, it relaxes. So instead of saying, "I must finish this entire project," say, "I'll just open the file." Instead of, "I need to study for hours," say, "I'll read for 5 minutes." Small beginnings break the fear of difficulty. Underscore. Chapter 2. How your mind tricks you into procrastinating. You don't procrastinate because you're lazy. You procrastinate because your brain is very good at justifying escape. It doesn't say, "Don't work." It says, "Not now. I need to be in a better mood. I'll do it later." Procrastination isn't a conscious decision, it's a defense mechanism. Your mind tries to protect you from feeling incompetent, from possible failure, or even from success and the new responsibility it brings. The book destroys a dangerous myth. Motivation does not come before action. Motivation comes after it. Waiting for motivation is like waiting for the wind before sailing. Those who move are the ones who create the wind. Instead of fighting your brain with force, change the game. Work for 2 minutes. Just begin. The brain doesn't resist a short start, and once you begin, it often continues. You don't need superhuman willpower. You need smarter systems. Underscore. Chapter 3. Starting without desire, continuing without motivation. Relying on desire is a fatal mistake. Desire is a mood, and moods fluctuate. Discipline is not about feeling inspired. It's about acting without internal negotiation. Most people waste energy debating. Should I start now? Maybe later? Am I ready? The rule is simple. Don't negotiate with yourself. Give a simple order, 5 minutes. Once you start, continuation becomes easier than beginning. Action creates focus. Focus creates motivation. Motivation creates results, not the other way around. Underscore. Chapter 4. Break the hard thing, and fear falls automatically. The brain doesn't fear effort. It fears large, undefined masses. When you say, "I must change my life," your brain sees threat, not steps. The solution: divide relentlessly. not into halves, into tiny actions. Instead of write a book, say, open the file, write a title, write one paragraph. Instead of start exercising, say, put on your shoes, step outside, walk 5 minutes. The brain resists big commitments, not small movements. Chapter 5. Discipline is respect, not punishment. Discipline is not cruelty toward yourself. It is acting today in a way your future self will thank you for tomorrow. Consistency beats intensity. Doing a little every day is more powerful than occasional bursts of effort. Don't punish yourself when you slip. Return quickly. The difference between stumbling and collapsing is simply deciding to come back the next day. Underscore. Chapter 6. Failure is not the end, it's the test. Failure does not destroy progress. Your interpretation of failure does. One bad day doesn't define you. What matters is how fast you return. Real discipline shows itself not on good days, but on days you don't feel like trying at all. Progress is measured by speed of recovery. Underscore. Chapter 7. Momentum, when motivation disappears. Motivation is temporary fuel. Momentum comes from visible progress. Don't ask, am I still motivated? Ask, am I still moving? Slow, consistent movement beats dramatic bursts followed by long pauses. Momentum doesn't require speed, it requires continuity. Chapter 8. Protect your progress. Relapse doesn't happen suddenly. It creeps in through small exceptions. One extra rest day, one harmless delay, until exceptions become habits. When you weaken, shrink the goal, don't abandon it. The minimum effort is your defense line against collapse. Underscore. Chapter 9. When hard becomes a lifestyle. The goal isn't to do hard things once. The goal is to become someone who doesn't run from them. Life itself is a series of difficult tasks. When you stop resisting them, they stop feeling like punishment and start feeling like identity. True strength is not loud achievement. It is quiet consistency. Underscore. Conclusion. Hard was never the enemy. It was the door. The book leaves you not with a technique, but with a shift in perspective. Hard things were never your enemy. They were always the door. Start before you feel ready. Continue without waiting for motivation. Return quickly after you fall. Respect yourself enough to keep promises to yourself. Life doesn't change when you understand more. It changes when you do more. Start now, even with one small step. It's stronger than you think.